by Plattenberg in Germany that Rodrygo to Arsenal is officially on. And I do love this, by the way. I started saying deals are on about 4 years ago. The amount of people that now use it as a phrase to essentially state real active talks are happening. Arsenal are exploring it, and they're trying to find a way in which they could make this deal happen in terms of fee structures, convincing the player to join. It's not advanced at this stage, that there's no personal terms that have been agreed or anything along those lines. But Arsenal are legitimately, according to, it's not the first source. Plattenberg's just more recognizable. It's about the fourth or fifth source this week that has said that it's on and it's active. This really could potentially be something that Arsenal do, boys.
Yeah. I like this side. Rodrygo, Gyökeres, and Saka. That's a good front line. That's a very, very good front line that can win trophies under Mikel Arteta. Like if Mikel Arteta gets he said that he's going to build a forward line, and the people that actually still like doubt the Arsenal are building and phases and all the stuff, they are really in phase. It looks like the main focus in actually the attack this summer, it was on a different, they built the defense, they built the midfield, they built all of this. But listen, Rodrygo to Arsenal is going to be fantastic signing. He removes a little bit of the weight of Saka's shoulders. He scores goals, he assists, Gyökeres as well does it. And I think that emphasizes on Arsenal going to the sides instead of going for someone like Wirtz in the center of the pitch. To be honest, I listen, if Arsenal can pull this off, we know that the board is serious of backing Arteta. And we know that all this talk about Arteta out, Arteta in is just rubbish. They're backing him. They're giving him the tools to succeed. It's on him now to succeed. And a lot of people don't like this move. They think Rodrygo's top class for them. And the majority of the Arsenal fans, I'm just telling them, I said that, like, Arsenal should be excited about next season. If you're going to sign Gyökeres, if you're going to sign Rodrygo, be excited about next season. Don't be like vibes and stuff like that. We're not going to win anything. Be excited. You're building a front line that should work on paper. Gyökeres scored a lot of goals. Rodrygo is very good. Why not? So as Liverpool are excited about Wirtz and Frimpong, yes, because they won the league. But the people that just don't want to be excited about these transfers, to be honest with you, they just want to be like negative about Arsenal, to be honest. This is a signing that you wanted last season. You're getting it this season. So just be excited. It's a great signing for them. It's a great signing for them with Gyökeres as well. That completes the front line. You get Zubamendi. We got the here we go for him. So that is great. Rodrygo adds a lot to this Arsenal. They really need a left winger that will score goals and can make things happen out of nowhere. And Rodrygo maybe is that guy. 1-2 Champions League. So he adds that pedigree and history and winner in him that adds to this Arsenal team, right? Because it's not like Kai Havertz. He played for Real Madrid. Kai Havertz played for Chelsea. He won the Champions League and everything, but it's not like playing for Real Madrid under that much pressure. So I like this. And I don't know why people are not excited, but I want to see it first. I still don't trust Arteta with that front line, bro. He's given the tools to succeed. He's a good coach. He's given the tools to succeed.
That notion for me, there's an element of sense to it, but I think it's flawed. Arsenal fans that want Arteta out, one of the reasons why I think that he's getting at least another season is they made a stupid mistake as a football club. They made a mistake which was giving him too much power, and they spent the budget last summer on defenders and not attackers. Even when it comes to Kai Havertz, they should have spent that money. Hindsight's lucrative. That money should have gone on a more prolific and better striker, a Gyökeres, Isak as an example. But at the same time, it depends on how you hold. Some people go, well, he made the mistakes by picking the wrong people. The manager should be sacked. Fair. I'm only keeping the same energy here as I do for my club. He should never have been given that power. It looks like they've taken a fair bit of that away with Berta coming in. When you read the reports, there's a lot of synergy the way Berta's moving. If I was an Arsenal fan, I would honestly look at this and say, right, well, if Gyökeres comes in, Zubimendi comes in, Rodrygo comes in, it removes any excuses. It removes any doubt of buy him better players and Arteta can get them over the line. You finally maybe get the resolution you need. And then say he isn't good enough. Say they come second again next year, 4 or 5 points off top, go out in the quarterfinals, but got some tactics wrong. Then you may change manager. And then you have the best squad possible. Imagine having a year of not buying anyone significant because you don't want Arteta to get hold of them, just so that when he gets sacked that same end of next season anyway, you're then a year behind everybody else because you didn't improve in 2025. So yeah, I'm not understood Arsenal fans that don't want to sign good players because Arteta's still there. There's no sign he's going to ruin them. It's not like he's ruined Saka or ruined Declan Rice or made them worse players. I think this would be phenomenal for Arsenal if they get it done. Again, it's a deal that I just look at it and I'm jealous. I know United are linked to some really good players as well, but I'd love to be in a position this summer to take Rodrygo away from Real Madrid. I think he's so talented. I think he's even a little bit disrespected at Real Madrid, and I don't even mean it horribly. He's stuck on the right where he wants to be on the left. The team lacks a lot of balance. He isn't one of the prima donnas. He works his backside off. He's been clinical before. I just feel like this season, I'm reading between the lines of the stories that have come out. It looks like he wants to move on. But if Arsenal can find a way, and again, at the moment, it's early stages, it's active, they're working on it. There's nothing advanced right now. But I think if they can convince him to join and they can agree those personal terms, I think they could strike a deal. And they're talking 70 million. What do you make of the price of that, Hassan? 70 million pound. It's not exorbitant amounts of money.
Arsenal are not a threat as long as Arteta's manager. I think even if they sign Rodrygo, like I'm not in the slight bit worried because there will be something that they will end up making an excuse about. I think Rodrygo's a fantastic signing. I think Rodrygo's a difference maker for Arsenal Football Club. I think he would make a massive difference for them in the cup competitions because he can win you a game in a moment. I think Rodrygo's a phenomenal player. I would absolutely love Rodrygo at Liverpool Football Club. I think he's an unbelievable signing. I think he's actually been treated really unfairly at Real Madrid because he obviously is like, there's Batman and Robin. He's been treated like not a Batman, not a Robin. He's been treated like a side character, even though we can tell he's capable of being a Robin. Yeah, well, that guy, whoever it is. So I do think he's going to like obviously on in Real Madrid he plays like right wing, which I think is probably something that works against him because even the most basic move of a winger can do, like cut in and shoot, he can't even cut in and shoot. Like that's the most basic thing you could do as a winger. He can't even do that. Even the goal that he scored against Atletico, he cut in and shot with his left foot. So that's the thing. So for me, I think Rodrygo for 70 million is an absolute steal, specifically given today's market. I mean, literally yesterday, Luis Diaz was linked to a move to Barcelona for 85 million. So that's a lot of money. So I do think that Arsenal are getting stronger. I don't think that they're going to get Gyökeres and Rodrygo both. They might end up with one of them, dependent on today's result, if United win, which is why Arsenal fans should be supporting Spurs tonight. But for me, I think Rodrygo obviously makes them dangerous. 100% it makes them dangerous. It gives them a threat down the left-hand side. I think Martinelli is an absolute useless player at this moment in time. I think he's just shit. I think Trossard is here and there good. He's good here, he's good there, but not necessarily consistent enough. I do think they need someone consistent on the left-hand side who can cook on a consistent basis. But then Arteta's going to ask him to track back and help out the left back and all that instead of actually attack and express
Why did
himself.
you say that they won't get Gyökeres and Rodrygo? Why? What did you get?
I don't think they get them. I don't think they get them both in the same transfer window.
Why? How do you know?
I don't think so.
I don't think what's your reason why you don't think
because they're going to sign other players in other positions.
No, they aren't. You're going to sign Zubamendi, Gyökeres, and Rodrygo. That's
okay. Zubamendi is 50 million. Gyökeres,
it's about 60 million. 60 million pounds, 70 million euros.
That's not true.
No,
that's not true. He signed an extension. For 100 million euros.
How much is Gyökeres, Terry?
His new extension, 100 million euros.
No. It's between. There's no agreement. It's a gentleman's agreement. He's going to be allowed to go for between 60 and 70 million euros. So it's about 55 to 60 million pounds. Is his
literally first search? Literally here, first search. His release clause is 100 million euros, 84 million pounds.
No. It's not.
It has been suggested that he can go for lower than that.
Yes, but it's been reported that there is a gentleman's agreement that he'll be allowed to leave between sort of 60 and 70 million euros this summer. That's been very well.
Yeah, well, anyway, his release clause is 100 million euros, which is 84 million pounds. So, I said 80, but anyway, if it says 60, then 60 fares. But Yeah, I think I don't think they can get all of them and still do the rest of the positions because there is news about
What if they
Jorginho
get
leaving.
all of them? Then are you scared of them?
No, I'm not scared of Arsenal. I'm not.
Even if they get Eucharist and Rodrygo?
Yeah, I ain't scared of Arsenal. I'm not. If we get the players that we have to do, we're gonna go again next year.
Like Kirkes, Frimpong, and Verts, Joao Pedro.
Yeah, if we sign those 4, we're going back to back.
Just so I understand you, when you say Arsenal are no threat, how far are you extending that?
What do you
Zero
mean?
chance of
So
winning the league.
for instance, if they were in a title race with you like they were with City last season till the final day, would you consider that a threat to your title? Like how far is not being a threat? I just want to understand your.
Oh yeah, if they're in there till the last day, then they are a threat. But for me, I look at.
But you said they're not. So how far behind are you? Are they going to be of you next season, in your opinion?
Season starts. What's the percentage you give them to win the
Okay,
league?
so if we get everything that we need, City get everything that they need, and Arsenal do that transfer window, I think Liverpool have a 50% chance. I say City have a 40% chance, and I say Arsenal have a 10% chance.
Okay. In terms of points, just as you use points, that's probably a little bit easier for people to digest. How many points do you think you'll finish ahead of them next year then if they've only got a 10% chance?
If we do everything that we need as Liverpool,
based on everything you've just said.
Can you tell me what you need? What do you think you're gonna do?
No, can we do the points bit first? I just want to understand how far
Okay.
behind he thinks they'll be.
okay, if everything is done that's required, I think we'll probably finish minimum 12 points ahead of them, something like that. 12
Okay,
points
but
ahead
so
of them.
can we now go to what do you think what you need to finish that?
We the thing we just said, Verts Pedro. I'm good.
Pedro, Kirkes, Frimpong. You're good.
Yeah, I'm good. I
And
take my
Arsenal,
chances.
Zubamendi, Eucharist, Rodrygo.
Say that again.
Arsenal, Zubamendi, Rodrygo, and Eucharist. You think?
By the way, just so you guys know, because people in the chat have mentioned it, Fabrizio just retweeted the Liverpool
Kirkes
Kirkes
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
So
Well-
it's looking closer. So that's
Yeah.
right there, left back, right back. Let's go. We're gonna pin down teams. Pow. Let's go. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Let's do some of these super chats that have come in here. Without Salah in top form, Liverpool are in a race for the Champions League. Admit it.
Stupid super chats like this is what I live for when it comes to the Arsenal fan base. 100%. I live for dumbass super chats like this. Without Saka in top form, you would be in 8th place. Without Rice's free kicks, you would have been knocked out the quarterfinals. Shall I keep going? Message received.
No, but they stayed second without Saka for the longest time.
I said
So you're
without
wrong.
Saka's performances the whole
What
season.
have
He
you
played
made-
the first.
No. But
Guys,
no. Yeah. But he
What have you got-
they
just
stayed
very quickly,
second.
guys. What have you guys made of the conversations this week where Arteta has been slammed for complaining about injuries, but yet there's all the footage coming back out from a season or so ago where Klopp was being kind of agreed with when he said that we've struggled this year because of injuries. What do you think the reason is that Arteta gets criticized for saying injuries damaged us this season, but Pep and Klopp are not criticized for saying injuries have damaged us this season? What do you think?
Can I give you a genuine example here? I'm giving you a real example. Tom Little, who all three of us know, has been on the terrace longer than I have. Nowhere near consistent content on his channel. He's got 2,000 subscribers. I started after Tom doing content. Alhamdulillah, I've got 50,000 subscribers. Would you be willing more to listen to me giving you advice about YouTube or Tom Little giving you advice about YouTube? The correct answer obviously is me. When you look at the Klopp excuses, who the messenger is matters in football specifically. Prime example, I'm going to use an example from none of our clubs. Jose Mourinho comes in the Premier League, says, I'm the special one. He beats Wenger and he beats Alex Ferguson. Now, he gets to say any stupid thing in the media and it's okay because he went back to back again. With Jurgen Klopp, he's the guy that rebuilt Liverpool, won us a Champions League, won us for the first time in 15 years, won us a Premier League for the first time in 30 years, and then proceeded to win every single trophy there is to win. Club World Cup, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, blah, blah, blah. Essentially completed football. So if for 1 year he wants to use injury as an excuse, he has the right to do that because he's the messenger who has won stuff before. The problem is Arteta hasn't won before, even with his team fully fit. Prime example, last season. Liverpool injury crisis. Liverpool VAR decisions going against us. Manchester City, Haaland out for a month, Kevin De Bruyne out for 4 months. Arsenal, no injuries, no significant injuries all year long, still didn't win the league.
So I understand that, and a few people saying, Terry, you laughed when Klopp said it. Again, I'm laughing now because I love how we pick and choose when injuries are a problem for a team, and then when they're not. You know, when a team, we all do this at some point. VAR that cost us today. I saw City fans, loads of them. In fairness, not the ones who came on the Terrace reaction, but a lot of City fans online. We got robbed today. Referees, PVGMLO are terrible. Yet when they're benefiting from those decisions in title races, stop making excuses. And all fan bases do that. I get the argument that Arteta can't blame injuries because there's no proof he can win a league title yet. But for me, though, no one makes that argument. They just say stop making excuses. And for me, if that's your argument, that only managers that have won trophies can make an excuse that they were damaged this season because of injuries, that's fair, but you just need to be consistent with it. No, I don't see anyone make that argument. I haven't seen a journalist write an article and say Klopp is right for complaining about not his injuries cost him because we know he can win. But Arteta had the same amount of injuries. He can't use that excuse because he hasn't won a league title yet. There's something off key about that for me, unless you specifically say that. And most people don't.